This is the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, talking about how he was a Bitcoin skeptic, but has now come around.
I was a proud skeptic. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns.
And this video clip was quote tweeted by Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy. And folks, what they're saying about Bitcoin is going to pale in comparison to what is going to happen to altcoins this cycle. Let's just dive right into why I think altcoins are going to pump this bull run. And I'm going to give you the exact month and year where I think it's going to be the perfect exit strategy for your crypto portfolio to get out of these altcoins at the all-time highs instead of watching your coins lose 90% of their value. So number one, you can see Bitcoin 25% away from its all-time high, while many altcoins are 100% away from their previous all-time high. But this is going to change soon. Altcoins are going to have the biggest rally in the next year, year and a half, and here is why. Number one, we're going to have the ETH ETF trading. There's going to be very, very bullish for Ethereum and the entire altcoin sector. Number two, that's going to roll into more ETF approval. Just yesterday, VanEck applied for a Solana ETF, and this is going to cascade down the line, and next we might see Avalanche. We might see even some random coins like Doge or Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of people want to see Cardano. These coins might also get some ETFs. And then last but not least, the real-world asset narrative and the AI run. 2017, we had the ICO craze. 2021, we had NFT and gaming craze. This cycle, AI and real-world assets are set to bring the most gains, with institutions like BlackRock pouring in, and we just saw the CEO of BlackRock speaking about it right there. I'm not the only one saying this. We also have Elio Trades, who's very bullish on altcoins. He just posted this: crypto poetically forces its most loyal disciples out into the cold right before the steepest gains take place, as they're throwing you out onto the wall with the White Walkers. If you've been in here since 2021, you should at least stay through the beginning of 2025. The cycle is coming. Don't give up now. And folks, I'm going to tell you, my exit strategy is in 2025. And remember, I'm going to give you the exact month you should time your exit. Now here we have Tech Dev, 500,000 followers almost. He's posting here, accumulation markup expansion. We saw it last cycle, and it looks like we're in the midst of seeing it in the cycle right now. I'm gonna go ahead and disappear so you can see all of the charts here. Here you can see the accumulation followed by the markup. And then we had a nice little blast off, and we came back down, tested the trend line, fell below, and then we went into the nice parabolic range. This is the expansion zone, and you can see the 382 Fibonacci. Not only did you have that, you also had a slightly bullish RSI divergences forming at the same time. So it bounced off here, hit it right there, number two, up to number three, back to number four, and then peaked at number five, and this is close to the altcoin top. Well, if you look at this cycle right here for 2023, 2024, we're seeing a lot of similarities. You have the accumulation zone, and at the same time, you have that bullish RSI divergence happening at the same time. So this is a sign that the bears are getting exhausted. They're running out of selling pressure, and the buyers are starting to take over. As the buyers take over, you can see them form this trend line just like they did last cycle. And right now, potentially in the midst of dipping down below to the 382, coming down to the 382 retest, and then that's maybe where we can expect a little bit of bouncing action, which will lead to huge altcoin gains. According to Tech Dev, and I will say this, he's really good trader. There's a reason he has about 500,000 followers there. All right, but if we scroll over here to the Gremlin, 0x Gremlin, he's a full-time trader. He found something awesome in the charts, and this is how we determine our exit strategy, everybody. This is the rainbow price chart for altcoins. 540 days, and it's slightly different. We're going to look at that. 540 days after each halving, altcoins hit their peak. This cycle is no different. Summer always offers the best entries. It's summer right now. These altcoins are set to moon after this dip. And he goes over a few projects. I'll give him a shout out here. We got Dusk, we got PAL, we got Clearpool, we have a Lithium. So, some pretty solid projects. But this is going to apply to the entire altcoin market. Now, let's go back into the chart here. We're going to pull up the same thing minus the rainbow. We're going to pull up the halvings, and we're going to look at the total two, everybody. Now, the total two is going to be the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So this is going to include Ethereum and all your favorite altcoins, your favorite S coin here. And the yellow lines you're seeing, the big verticals, are going to be the halvings. This one technically should be April 19th. And we click on the daily, you can see it move there. All right, so let's go ahead and measure these moves, and we're going to find something pretty compelling in the charts, everybody. All right, folks, so we're pulling up the halvings here, and what we found is very, very compelling. So I want to make sure I have it on July 9th, because what I saw shocked me, everybody. So from July 9th to that little bit of that peak on that green candle right there, 545 days later. So from the halving, it was not the perfect time to sell your altcoins until 545 days later. Well, what happened the very next cycle? We got to shrink this vertical just because we got a little bit more bullish there. And well, folks, some of you probably guess what's going to happen here. We scroll from May 11th to the peak right here. Well, everybody, what do you know? 547 days. So not quite 540, not quite 545, but we're seeing a very, very good range. So 547 days. And so then the question is this a good strategy for profit taking? Sell all 100% of your portfolio 546 days after the halving, which was on April 19th. But if you have a DCA in and DCA out strategy that is dollar cost average, meaning, you get in for a period of months, maybe 12, 18, and then you get out over a period of months, hopefully closer to 3 to 6. You need to have about the 50% range, if not about the 60, 70% range should be hit by this date that I'm going to show you shortly. Now, the reason you don't want to sell it all on one day, folks, crypto market, very, very volatile. And, that's why if you just kind of hit this range, you're going to be quite happy. If you ended up, just capitulating, you don't want to catch a red day. You don't want to catch a wick. You don't want to let your emotions shake you out of the markets. If you saw this candle, all of a sudden, hey, you lost 30% of your portfolio, you're panic selling. And the next thing you know, you sold the bottom. Well, you end up missing out on that 33% pump to the upside. So DCA in and DCA out. Well, let's go ahead and do the math. What is the next exit strategy? What is the date? Well, we're going to do 546 days just to get the average here. You can see it was April 19th, 546 days, everybody. That is the middle of October 2025, so 17th. So I'm having a Q4 exit strategy for my personal portfolio. I don't know what's going to happen to your portfolio, but folks, will update as we go along. The market's going to mature. Maybe we're going to have a 7-year super cycle. Maybe 75K was the top. I think that's very, very unlikely, but Q4 is going to be my main exit strategy. It's going to be October, November, December, with probably some selling starting in August, maybe even September. So that's what I got for you. This is when altcoins are going to go nuts. 546 days after the halving. You saw it here first. I'm DZ. Hopefully I'll see you and the rest of your altcoin portfolio at the top.